Welcome to your fifth and final step of your 5 brand promises. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as it's probably teased your brain a little bit, but this is a process that really will be worth it, honestly. We built our entire business on these brand promises, every business that we have started and launched. And also when it comes to your products and services as well, this is a great activity for you to do every single time you're about to launch something or create something. Go through this process first, because whilst there's all those kind of divine appointment moments where you're just in flow and God is pouring into you and you're just pouring it out of you. Well, there are those moments when that happens, and it's in those moments when you're in that creative essence of whatever it is you're creating. But then after that, yes, it's poured through you, but it's still got to be something that means something to other people. So everything that you create, it will probably have different brand promises, and sometimes those things will say the same. As I shared, we hold your hand as you build your brand. That is something that is maintained through pretty much everything we do, because that is the promise from our business. And so therefore every product, program, workshop, event, retreat, whatever it is, even free downloads, they all have that woven into the very fabric and the DNA of everything we create, that's in alignment with that promise and the vision. And yours should be too. So you'll probably find that things like your passion promise and your partner promise might be the same. But having said that, our partner promise for the ministry is very different to our partner promise for Impact Catalysts. So Impact Catalysts and Kingdom Catalysts have 2 very different partner promises, because they're 2 totally different businesses. They have different reasons for being. And so you're going to find that. So some will stay the same, some will stay a little bit loosely, just have to tweak it a little bit, and others will be completely different. But this process that I'm walking you through now, this is the one to use again and again and again. And I know the reason why everything that we do and everything we launch is successful is because we start out with our promises. We know what we're building, who we're building it for. We know what the values are that are underpinning it. We have a customer journey. We know exactly what the love escalator is, what the 4 pillars are that lead that person, so that there's a way that we can support the dream customer on the end of it. No matter where it is they are in the process, we can meet them exactly where they are, and then we can bring them up and raise them so that they raise themselves using the processes that we give them and support them with. But that we also have very strong promises and a strong pitch. So that's really this very first part of the process. The first 5 weeks of this process is all about that, to get you to the point where you can then start to get your business out there, start having the conversations that are built around this. You see, if somebody asks you a question and you've already done this work, then you can't get got, right? But if somebody asks you and you haven't done this work and you're like, that's a really good question, I'll think about that immediately, that's not really created confidence. It's not really shown you in a light of complete certainty. And your dream clients, that's what they're buying from you. They're not buying your products or programs or your services. They're buying certainty from you. So, it doesn't mean to say that that's the wrong thing to do. Do you know what? I'll have a think about that. Let me get back to you on that. It just means that you've potentially cost yourself an immediate sale in that situation. And now there's a lack of certainty around it. The sales process will be longer. It will get drawn out. And what I want for you is for you to be having conversations with people and being able in that moment to say, right, shall we just do it? Shall we just go for it? When do you want to get started? Shall we start you now, or should we take your payment now and start you tomorrow? Like, this is a conversation that you can be having with people before you get anywhere near the end of this process. I want you to start having these conversations as soon as possible. And remember, the point of going through Invincible Identity is to create an identity that gives you so much presence, so much authority, that you can be just you delivering coaching or mentoring or speaking or consultancy, can create that certainty of income for yourself. This first 12 weeks is about creating a business where you can bring easily in a couple of thousand every single month just by showing up in this presence, just by showing up with this energy, with this brand, with these promises, just showing up and doing that. Of course, if you also then go through Invincible Income with us, then that's taking it from 2,000 to 5,000. There are extra things that we do in your business that get you to that next level. If you're doing the full year with us, that's when we start looking at the subscriptions and memberships and retainers and recurring revenue. And that's the end of the year where you, like, each one of these builds on each other, and without each piece, you're missing something really valuable that is cutting corners, and cutting corners just has you going around in circles. When you take all the corners off, all you can do is go around in circles. So we definitely don't want you doing that. Want you to have a very strong business. So well done for getting yourself through these promises. We are on this fifth and final promise. We're going to go into your philanthropic promise now, which is something that is very dear to my heart, because I believe that all of us in business should be giving back and paying forward. I don't think that it's right, and this is just a personal belief, I don't think that it's right that somebody who's been in business 6 months or 12 months or more is not at a stage yet where they can be giving back to a cause. That tells me a lot about that business owner, if they are at a stage that they are, like, 3-4 years down the line and still working on themselves, working on their business. That tells me that there isn't a bigger cause that is driving them. And so this final step is about taking the cause. So you've been thinking about your cause. Yes, you're also going to pull that cause through into your pitch when we start to work on that in week 5. But this piece is the piece that usually seals the deal. When you've got something of a cause that is bigger than the vision, it's bigger than anything else, like when we publish our books, we give all of our money that comes from the books, 100% of whatever proceeds come from those books always goes to a charity. We've got 10 books. We're about to publish our 11th book. That'll be 11 charities. Every time there's a sale, that percentage, that whatever's left. So if Amazon are taking, 60% of it to do all the fulfillment and everything, 40% of every single sale is then going towards that charity. Whatever is left, we don't see any of it, goes straight to the charities. And there has to be a cause that supports what you're doing if you're going to build a solid business that really is, a kingdom business that is giving back and paying forward. You're giving back by taking all the years of wisdom, all the things you've been through. You're giving back by saying, hey, I've learned all of this. I don't want you to go through this. Or, I want to make this journey easier for you than it was for me. I want to give back. I want to pour back into other people that are now going through this, that I know I can help, but you should also be paying forward. There should be a percentage of your profit, or just something that you are committing that with every sale that comes in, these people or this cause or this charity is benefiting from that. And, that's what we're going to go into now. So I really pray that even if you are at a stage in your business where you've been doing this a long time and you're not paying it forward to a charity, well, we are where we are, and this is blank slate. Every single day, we get to wipe the slate clean. We get to wipe the slate clean and do better today than we did the day before. So make that your promise. Make that your philanthropic promise. If you haven't been able to do it till now, make it a promise that from now, every sale that you make, whatever it is that you're going to choose to do, that is the result of you doing that. So let's work on that now, because imagine how much more amazing this world would be if we were able to do that. If we were able to pay it forward. We're giving back to the people that we're serving. They are valuing our time for doing that. They're going to pay us for doing that and helping them to get further faster than what they could do on their own. And then we're going to pay some of that forward to a cause or a charity, something that is close to your heart, that's in alignment with the vision that you've created for this business. that means that your business is not only growing the people you serve, and it's not only growing you and your income, but it's also growing others. It's that to me is Holy Trinity, right? Father, Son, Holy Spirit. I am blessed, you're blessed, we all bless others. This is, it is the Trinity. Every single time we're doing something, it's a triple win, right? That's what we're looking for, is a triple win. So let's go on to our final activity. And then next week, we're going to start pulling all of this forward, and we're going to create a really beautiful, solid pitch that has your cause at the very heart of it. So have a good think about this one. And it might not come to you straight away. It might be the totally obvious thing that you pick straight away. But, even if it's something that's in your local town, that can make a difference. Like what you're doing for your business, then you're paying back and you're giving back to your local community in some way. Try and make it related to what you are doing, though, and not so kind of far removed. Like you are a coaching business supporting women, that are coming through traumatic experiences, and you decide to give to, the local cats sanctuary. It's beautiful. Like I'm such a lover of cats. I have 2 of my own. But as a business, I would be probably picking something like, in that case, a women's refuge, because the two are closely aligned. We are on a mission to end loneliness and isolation in business. We could give to, any animal sanctuary, for example, or a cancer charity. And we give to those causes. But for our business, it's probably better for us to focus on mental health or some kind of isolation charity, which is why most of our books give to, Shout, or a mental health charity for children. Our Law of Brand Attraction books, they gave to, I think it was called Blue Sky Children's Charity, that supported kids who were in abusive homes and abusive situations. And that there's all kinds of things that you can support, but make it connected to what you are doing, okay? And the bigger you get, the more you'll be able to donate and give to all the different causes that you want to. But when it comes to your business, make sure it's aligned with something that you actually do. If you provide vision to people, then pick something that is around vision. Pay for operations for cataracts of children in Africa or something. Or, if you're supporting women, then find something in your local area. Maybe, create a women's group and pour into that and help those women. I mean, there's so many things that you could do. I'm going to advise that you look at, if you haven't looked before, if you haven't watched it before, watch the week 3 masterclass, because we dived into cause in a big way, knowing that this was coming up. And so, like every week, the masterclasses, they are always to help you with what you've got coming up next. So go and watch that, because it will help you with this as well. And I'll look forward to seeing what causes you choose. So let's go through to my other screen now, and let's start working on your cause. Your philanthropic promise really shows your client how their investment in you is a no-brainer. This is about you paying it forward, as I've just been talking about, so that your clients invest in you, knowing that as they're investing in you, they're paying it forward to other people. It's a beautiful part of a pay it forward movement, really, using your business to do that. And to be able to say, hey, when you sign up with us, 3 women get a sewing machine to start their own home-based business. A child gets his eyesight and free education for a year. There are things that happen as a result, and as a result of your impact, other people then receive that impact. So I've given you an example of ours. So every partnership donation makes sure that our tools and resources reach hundreds more Christian business owners around the world, spreading the good news as we spread resources. Investing in yourself automatically pays it forward to others' growth and success. So this is an opportunity for you to think about, what do you want? This is literally ripple effect in action. So think about what it is that you want to see happen as a result of you building your business, you growing your business. And as I said earlier, and I'm very serious about it, like you should be in your first year of business, really be thinking about what impact do I want to pay forward? And make that your goal rather than, oh, I need 5 clients because I've got to pay my mortgage this month. No, like how many people do I need to make that impact on? God's looking at your heart as to what you're doing and how you are doing it. He's not looking at like what you're doing to get brownie points. He's looking at what are you doing to make a difference to others? What are you doing to help others? Remember, God's heart is a heart of love for people, right? And so what are you doing to love thy neighbor as myself? What are you doing to demonstrate the amazing power of love that you have within you, that you are reaching as many people as possible with that? And so you get the opportunity, you don't have to, but you get the opportunity to make sure that you are sowing seeds. And those seeds, just like we've talked about in other things before, when I was squeezing that lemon once for my lemon water in the morning, and I squeezed this lemon, and then I thought, I know that there's more juice in this. And I took the other half of the lemon and put it underneath it. And then I squeezed both of them and so much more juice came out. And then I was looking at the seeds and thinking, wow, we can measure how many seeds there are in this lemon. But if I was to plant each of these seeds, I wonder how many seeds would come from the lemons that are planted from these seeds. And that's what we're talking about here. We're squeezing more juice out of your business and making it not only something that is very desirable for people in that, well, when I sign up for you, I know that I'm not just getting this result for myself, but I know it's paying it forward to other people. It makes it a no-brainer. But also, how many other people will be affected if you focused on that impact instead of focusing on making sales, which is beautiful, and you are a business, therefore you need to make sales. But if you're focusing on impact, I need to impact on another 100 people in the next 30 days. How am I going to do that? That gets rewarded. It's the universal law of attraction when you are putting out so much great stuff and so much great impact that God, who built the universe, said what you put into it, I'm going to increase that. I'm going to multiply that. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to give you the multiplication effect of that which you are sowing into this incredible universe. So the more you put out, the more you will make. The more you make, the more you can give. The more you give, the more you're going to receive, the more you're going to be able to seed. So just think about how you can make that difference and that ripple of impact. That's what I call your greatest ROI. It's not about your return on investment. It's about your ripple of impact, because your return on investment will come from the ripple of impact that you make. And we should be thinking to ourselves, in the first 3 months, I want to be giving X amount to this charity. In the next 6 months, I want to be giving X amount to this cause. In the next 12 months, I want my business to be able to say, we supported this many clients, and as a result of that, we also were able to do this and sow back into our community, or put money into causes that were struggling, or people that needed support with housing or education, or giving to food banks, or fill in the gap with whatever it is that you want to do. But make a promise that with every client who comes to you and invests in you, here's what you're going to seed back and pay forward. And that way you've got something that's way bigger than you, that's driving you. So it not only becomes a promise that will greatly impact your clients and have them think, yeah, I'm going to sign up with you because you do this, but it's also going to impact greatly every single life and every single ripple that is created as a result of every single life that you make that difference to. This is what we call kingdom impact. Whether you're a believer or not, this is going to be a kingdom impact. And kings don't borrow, they distribute. Hear that again. Kings don't borrow, they distribute. Kings build the kingdom. Kings reap what they sow. Kings give to others. Kings are in a financial position to choose what they sow into. And that's where you must be aiming for. Must. There's not many must do's, could do's, should do's, or have do's, but that is something that I'm pretty strong on. That's what I hold myself accountable to, and I hope you hold yourself to that too. So complete this activity. Once you're done, share with us what your philanthropic promise is. You can share it in the accountability chat. Come back and let us know how you're getting on towards this. Join any of the calls that we're running throughout the week that you've got access to, and go and share this on your social media if you're when you are ready to share this phenomenal message. Start sharing it far and wide, because it will help you with the impact that you make, and any impact you make will help you with the income you receive. Go do this now, and I'll look forward to seeing what you come up with. Enjoy.